Hi friends, I'm Sharlene Radlein and welcome to my channel. I'm super excited because today's video I'm going to be talking about an experience that I did last night, and it was, let's get into it. So I got to visit the Essentia Healing Center that's located in Manhattan, New York. I was really excited to go because I got to try my very first sound bath. When I first arrived, I unfortunately had the greeting of letting me know that the elevator was not working, and so I had to walk up 5 flights of stairs. But I just thought, it's okay, have an open mind, it's fine. In New York, we walk stairs all the time anyway, so what's 5 flights? It's gonna be okay. When I entered the space, I feel like I was transported to like Bali or something like that, and I was just like, oh, I now can relax and just let my hair down. And they had crystals that you could purchase. They had some jewelry that you could purchase. They had a cute little waiting room for us with just 4 chairs because there's only gonna be 4 people that are gonna experiencing this. So I was pleasantly surprised knowing that it was gonna be 75 minutes instead of 60 minutes. The instructor, which walked us through the entire process of what it would entail and kind of like what we could expect going into this. 2 of the people that were joining us had already done a sound bath, so there was just myself and one other female that this was our first time. So we had no idea what we were in for. What I loved about this instructor was that she really broke it up into what felt like a story. We started off in her setting the stage of manifestation, and it was just a new moon. It's the new lunar moon, and that's in Capricorn, and so it was just inviting new energy into our space as far as attracting abundance and new opportunities on the horizon. We really got to tap into that for, I want to say, like for the first 5 to 10 minutes. So she used about 15 different instruments and like 10 different bowls. They were all in various materials, which just was able to tap into different frequencies within our body, because if you didn't know this, our body is, I think, 60% water. So sounds obviously will have an effect on our body. We started off the session with definitely setting the foundation of what we want to attract within this new moon and the type of lifestyle that we see ourselves having, despite obstacles that may arise.
The energy of this new moon in Capricorn is filled with power, determination, purpose, but also responsibility and commitment. So as you start to draw in that energy, what do you really want to commit to? What long-term projects are you envisioning? So not necessarily something that you seek to be done this week or by the end of the month or even by the end of the year. Maybe it's even longer, the span of your lifetime. What is the legacy of your life's work? This doesn't have to be a job. It can be just how you want to be in the world. What do you want to give to the people you love and that love you? The people you let yourself dream big.
Thinking about the entire plan as a whole, it was more so of like, what do you want? How do you see it? How do you see yourself? And thinking as big and as grand and as far-fetched as you could ever think, which is right up my alley because I'm a big dreamer and I have a lot of goals. And so being able to visually see that in tandem with her setting the stage of, you know, using these bowls, it just felt like I was there. I saw the entire picture. I can see it so clearly. And then we went into the second stage. The second stage was a little bit more intense. Actually, it was a lot more intense. And she started to really utilize like the gong and honestly, different instruments that had way more of a heavier effect on me internally, to the point where it felt like I was screaming. Internally, I was screaming and I was in a box and I was trying to get out, and it was just like claustrophobic and it felt like the world was caving in. But I sat with it because a part of life is kind of just sitting with that discomfort and knowing that this is just a wave of emotions that's gonna flow through you and you're gonna come out the other side okay. And that portion probably lasted about 15 minutes. And it got to one point where she was using this instrument that had this like very eerie sound, almost like a horror film, if I have to be honest with you, where I'm like, I really want to leave this room right now. Like, am I supposed to be feeling these feelings in this sound bath? I really thought that this was supposed to be a completely pleasant experience. What the hell is going on? So I want to say for about 20 minutes, there was a large portion of like that discomfort, but the visuals that I got and I received while going through it varied tremendously. It started off where I was feeling very overwhelmed, like the world was caving in. And then I was able to really take the reins of the sound and being like, no, let's change this. What if I hear people actually cheering me on and it doesn't feel like as if people are booing at me or I'm screaming or I am trapped or running away from something. Maybe this is actually the environment of people cheering me on, an abundance of people rooting for me, and that really helped bring some sense of ease into the entire situation because I felt like I was then now in control of the sound bath, the entire experience. From there, we moved into what I would say is an equally intense portion of the session, but I had so many beautiful visuals when it came to this, and it was this super awesome instrument that had all these little beads in it, and when she moved it around, it felt like you were in the middle of the ocean. But ironically, I was calm. I felt like even though the ocean was turbulent, I was just chilling and I was just allowing the ocean to carry me in any which way that it needed to carry me because I was gonna be okay. And that lasted for about 10-15 minutes. And from that visual, I ended up seeing visuals of me being with my partner at the beach, and it was raining and we were running around, you know, on the beach, just gallivanting and having fun, and he was with a recorder, and you know, we were just having the time of our lives. Granted, I'm a very visual person. I don't know if you guys saw my past lives regression video. If you haven't, it's here or here. That was equally such a beautiful experience for me that I felt like I kind of had similar visions to that, but I wasn't being guided by hypnosis into seeing these past life regressions that I've had. It was more so of like how I see my life and things that can happen in my life today. We ended up ending the session by then moving into what sounded like seashells on the seashore. I just saw myself walking along the beach, you know, taking in my surroundings and really just feeling a sense of calm. And that was that's when I knew we were out of the rut and we were now tapping into grounding ourselves again, and everything was gonna be okay. And then we hit the finale, and the finale was she went back to the bowls and she helped ground us in reality again, and being able to place our feet on the ground, or being aware of the fact that our body is on the ground, different parts of the body where the chakra lives, and making sure that we are still feeling like we are in tune with all of these things. And at one point my heart rate dropped all the way to like 60 beats per minute, and it got as high as like 130 beats per minute, just to show you the range of the emotions that I was feeling throughout this entire thing, and all I was doing was laying down. So that kind of wraps up the entire experience that I had, and it's something that I definitely will want to do again. I feel like it should be a part of my monthly spiritual practice that I have, and being able to go to a space that, for one, how intimate it is. It was only 4 people, 4 mats that were in this space. And because of the size of the room, the acoustics that came from the instruments were just, I felt like the sounds were engulfing my entire body. It was insane how much I felt. That was essentially my experience doing a sound bath for the very first time. I will leave all the details for you down in the description if you guys are interested in visiting this space. They actually have a 15% off for your first session if you are interested. Now, not everyone is gonna have an experience like mine. Maybe you might fall asleep, maybe you won't see anything at all, maybe you'll just feel a lot of feelings and you'll wanna leave the class, or you'll just kind of be in Pleasantville the entire time, and that's all okay. Like, my entire experience, she even said for it being my first experience, was very vivid. So that's also very tailored to me as a person, because I am able to just visually see and tap into, you know, that part of my brain extremely easy. But anyways, that wraps up this video. I had such a great time, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Comment if you like, and let me know if you have any questions about the experience and if I didn't talk about anything. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you with the next one. See ya.